What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. I want to give you guys a very quick update on what's going on. Let me just mention that I am not a financial planner. Take nothing I say as financial advice. Anyway, something very interesting is going on. So the Fed just made an announcement. They actually are keeping rates the same. There's a 99% chance of this happening, and that is what we expected. So that's not really affecting the market too much. But the market is starting to sell off a little bit because of is this data right here. We have the interest rate projections that just came out, and things are looking not as I would say not as dovish as before. They're looking a little bit more hawkish. So before, and I'm going to make this very simple right here. This is actually a very good example of what's going on. The Fed's median rate forecast for the end of 2024. It's basically at 5.1%. It used to be 4.6%. Now, the Fed, the last time they gave us these projections was back around March. They didn't do this in May. So, but compared to before, the Fed was expecting maybe like 3 cuts for the year. Now they're expecting around like 1 cut or so. So they're actually expecting less cuts this year compared to before. And they're saying this as a result of the inflationary data. Is inflation dipping according to the data? Sure, it is. Inflation does not mean that prices are going down. If inflation goes down, it's just the rates at which prices are going up is slowing down. That's what inflation is measuring. So what they're trying to do is they want to get to that 2% targets, but they're not in a comfortable place to start cutting rates just like that, right? They're not comfortable to do that yet. That's the reason why they're waiting for the data to slowly get closer to that 2%. Core inflation was still at 3.4%. Inflation year over year was still at 3.3%. It's getting closer. There is progress being made according to the data, but it's not as fast as what the Fed was hoping for. And the Fed's in a position where they may have to keep rates higher for longer once again. So that's what this is kind of implying. For the end of 2025, they're forecasting that rates are going to be at 4.1%. That's actually a little bit higher than what they projected previously at 3.9%. So that's actually projecting a little bit less cuts in 2025. For 2026, things are the same. And then the longer run, things are a little bit more different. For the longer run, we have a 2.8% median rate. That's actually a little bit higher than the 2.6%. So the Fed is implying they may have to keep rates higher for longer, be a little bit more on the hawkish side for less cuts. That's what they're implying so far. That's why the market kind of dipped a bit. However, SPY is not really like crashing or anything. The market's not really tanking. We're still holding up very well. We did dip a little bit because of this news. So we'll be watching the range between 542 and 544. If we lose 542, we could come right back down towards this low right here into the 540 area, but it's not too bad. And so far, I think SPY is going to hold up and then continue to shuffle. So now that that's out of the way, we have one more big catalyst. That's going to be Jerome Powell's speech. I don't know what's going to happen when he opens his mouth, what Jerome Powell is going to say. So be patient. Don't rush into trades. If I could say anything, I would say that. Not financial advice. It's just, me just speaking right now. And just know that when Jerome Powell starts speaking, the market's going to go bananas. So we'll just have to wait and see. Nvda, it's also just shuffling right now. It did dip a little bit before getting bought back up. So we're just shuffling after we got all this data. So let's wait and see what Jerome Powell causes. That's the next big catalyst. Tesla is very strong. It actually dipped all the way down to about the 177s only to get bought back up. We're back around 179. So we're doing a very good job at holding up. Let's see if Tesla can close above 180 or not. We're doing a great job. We'll see how well this holds up. QQQ is also holding up very well. It did dip just a bit into the 473s only to get bought back up. And now we're just shuffling around 474. So far, so good, at least from these different stocks. Apple's still holding up very well, showing lots of strength, trying to break past resistance. Our next target is to be 218. Watch 218 is our next target. If that breaks, 220 is next. So far, so good, at least from the markets. And then the memes are still kind of shuffling. Coin is also shuffling around 260. But it still has upside potential. The chart looks bullish overall. So we'll wait and see. All right. So with that being said, markets dip just a bit. It's still holding up, but it's not continuing to pump right now. It's just kind of shuffling, showing a little bit of weakness now after this data that just came out. It's not too bad to the point where we're crashing. We're just more like shuffling with a little bit of a dip. But what's going to impact this more, whether this continues or not, depends on Jerome Powell's speech. It starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is he going to be more hawkish because of the economic projections, or is he going to be more dovish? Is the market about to rally? We'll see what the move is. I'll be very patient, and we'll give this the time it needs. Once Jerome Powell starts speaking, sometimes you have to throw technicals out of the way for some time and wait and see what the projected moves happen to be. All right. So with that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day. Jerome Powell will give a speech, and I probably won't be back until after the market closes. I'll be away for some time. So let's hope for the best. We'll see how things go, and peace out.